Push on the beat.
Gambakwe Media.
Right. 25 April 2025. And today I'm going to be giving you the evening clarity stream. So the reason why I give you this stream is so that you can have clarity before you go to bed. So this is also one of the most important weeks, a week in which we've been looking at the protests or the shutdown that was announced by Mnangagwa last week. And it's almost in the first week of that shutdown. And the shutdown is done very, very well. We have seen amazing scenes in Harare where people are totally engaged and they want Mnangagwa to go. So Mnangagwa is going to go, and it's not going to be easy. I said it last week, removing Mnangagwa is going to be very difficult. But what is going to be more difficult is replacing Mnangagwa's system with a new system. Because Mnangagwa is very cunning. What Mnangagwa wants to do is to go, but to leave his system in place. So you saw Mnangagwa today with Wikino Chivayo. You saw Mnangagwa's children, and you are seeing Mnangagwa's wife. You are also seeing Valerius Wanda. Valerius Wanda is starting to play a prominent role in everything that is happening. And you are also seeing the beginning of the deaths of the generals. So as we speak, 2 generals have died and have been declared national heroes. So in the next 2 or 3 days, we're going to have a national heroes burial, a double national heroes burial. We are back. Mnangagwa believes that he can now start eliminating the generals. So we're now back where we started, but Mnangagwa is not finished. The next thing that Mnangagwa is going to do is to take out General Chiwenga, and I've been telling you this for quite a while now, a week or 2. Mnangagwa is very calculating. So within the past few days, Mnangagwa has started circulating a number of audios which are going around incriminating General Chiwenga in various activities, and it's being done in a very subtle way. And eventually you're going to see them coming out in the public domain, and Chiwenga is going to be implicated in all sorts of crazy stuff that is happening. Chiwenga is going to be seen as someone who is anti the Zimbabwe government, someone who is participating in all sorts of activities. And the reason is there is no way that Chiwenga can be in office and Mnangagwa in office at the same time. The 2 men are against each other. They are competing. One is going out, the other one is coming in. But what Mnangagwa wants to do is to stop Chiwenga from coming in. And this is going to be a very, very big fight. The only difference is Mnangagwa currently has Valerius Wanda. Valerius Wanda is working very closely with Mnangagwa. And eventually, Valerius is going to go. I believe that by July, that is the last time that you're going to see Valero in office. And by that time, a lot would have happened. Mnangagwa is continuing to get very sick. You saw today how much he's swollen. So some days he swells a lot, some days he doesn't. And I understand that is because of certain medication. So if you saw Mnangagwa today, totally swollen, his body was very, very swollen. And also, he gets these dark patches. So Mnangagwa, very soon, you're going to see him and his behavior continuing to deteriorate. Mnangagwa was not lying when he said Kuti, Mnangagwa is suffering from dementia. So what you're going to see is more of Chiwenga in the public, but also more of Mnangagwa's representatives. So they cannot get rid of Chivayo. They cannot get rid of Wikino. They are putting in front the kids. So you're going to see more and more of the kids who, as it stands right now, they actually don't know what to do. So Mnangagwa's kids, they don't have the skills to take over. That is where you see Owen Mudangube. And I was surprised to see Chiwenga standing next to Owen Mnangagwa and Mini yesterday, the man is very dangerous. He can just take you out just by standing next to you. If you stand next to Owen Mnangagwa, the man is very dangerous. So I wouldn't stand next to him if I was General Chiwenga. So General Chiwenga himself was with the Chinese. You saw Sekuru Zhou Ding in Bulawayo. And I'm happy to say the ZITF has flopped. So that was the worst flop of a ZITF. Almost 90% of the exhibitors were government or some sort of parastatal. There is no trade taking place in Zimbabwe. And I would like to thank the people of Bulawayo for boycotting the ZITF. That was amazing. People of Bulawayo, I love you because of what you did to Mnangagwa. It was a mess. And Chapo came here for nothing. He came to Zimbabwe for nothing. So that was amazing. So as I was saying, let's just look a little bit in the coming week. It's a very important week. We are going into our second week of the stay away. So week 28 to the 2nd is the second week, after which we've got 3 days of waiting before we go into the impeachment. It's going to be very, very busy. So don't expect things to normalize. A lot is going to happen within the next few days. You're going to see a lot happening. And as I've already said to you, do not believe that you can just walk into town and do business as usual. Start planning for a period when you can't work. So when you can't go to work, start going remote. If you've got a company, start going remote and make sure that your people can work away from the office. It's clear that people won't be allowed. At some point, people won't be allowed to go into town. If your business is in the CBD, that is that area of Harare, starting from Polytechnic, going all the way down, Holiday in anything in between, Eastgate down that side and going up that side to Kunasa. Don't think you can work there and just walk around. It's going to be stay away until the 6th of May. That is when the stay away is probably going to end because Mnangagwa will be going into an impeachment. So that's amazing. And as I said, the man to watch is Chiwenga. Chiwenga is on the spotlight. He's the most important person in Zimbabwe right now. He's going to take over, and he's going to take over after Mnangagwa is gone. But unfortunately, Mnangagwa will not go without a fight. So Chiwenga has to come up with better strategies, and he has to move fast. He has to move very ruthlessly. It cannot be a walk in the park. He's not going to be allowed to take over. But he has done a lot of good work. So Chiwenga has done very well. In the past few months, Chiwenga has done so well. He's managed to bring himself to the top. But at the moment where we are now, that is when you need to deliver the killer blow. And Mnangagwa is waiting. He's waiting for Chiwenga to hesitate. And that is where the audios are coming. You're going to see them. I've already listened to a few. So before you even know some things, I would have known them and I would have seen them. So over the past few weeks, I've listened to various things and I know what's coming. It's going to be quite incriminating for Chiwenga. Right, now let me quickly look at some stories that I want to cover here. I've said there's going to be a double burial. So 2 people have died. That is Basopo from intelligence and Brigadier General Rungani. They're going to be buried at National Heroes Acre. You're going to see for the first time Mnangagwa speaking in public. Mnangagwa's speech is getting worse and worse. So you're going to see Mnangagwa within the next few days. Also, we've said there's been a flop of the ZITF. Very bad flop. Do you know that SADC did not have anyone at ZITF? Last year, countries like Botswana, they played a prominent role at ZITF. This year, most of these organizations, like the investment bodies of these countries, did not show up. I don't know if Mozambique has got an investment body. Zimbabwe's economy has collapsed under Mnangagwa. And the Confederation of Zimbabwe Industry has this week produced a report, and you can go and check out Sekai Kuvarika of CZI. She has said that the Zimbabwean economy is just deindustrializing by over 60%. And what do you think was the title for this year's ZITF? Industrialization, Crafting an Integrated Economic Landscape. So it's clear there is a big disconnect. Many of the bodies, they know that there's a collapse of the economy. The Zimbabwe dollar or the ZiG is collapsed. This thing is a mess. And people like Tagure, they basically run everything. So the economy of Zimbabwe is currently being run by Tagure. Tagure is now into politics. He is now going to take over the country. They plan to replace him, Mnangagwa, with Tagure. So the importance of what is coming now, the change that is taking place, is that we want to destroy this system of patronage and corruption and replace it with a coalition, or what we call a national transitional authority, or a government of national unity between Chiwenga and Chamisa. If we don't move very fast, and when I talk about moving fast, I'm talking about making sure that when we start something, we finish. So when you start a protest, you don't just end in the air and do nothing at the end. There must be an assessment of where are we, what have we done. Since Mnangagwa came out and said we're starting, what did we want to achieve and what have we achieved? So if we don't do that, we're going to become, it's going to be harder and harder. So from Mnangagwa, it's more important to come out now. So going into the next week, we need to push harder, and those strategic and tactical operations now need to take place. We don't just want to talk about strategic and tactical operations and friendly forces, and then we end up with nothing. So that would be so trababulous. We don't want trababulous here. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be communicating it here for you every day. Ideally, what I would want to do is to move my operations to Washington. So that is my plan. Very soon, South Africa. So this is the man. That's Matuke. He just announced 2 families that will be burial. Let's look forward to those 2 burials that are taking place. A brigadier general and a top intelligence officer. They've died. And as I was saying here, the poisoning has started. Mutarse mpana uyu maglazu. Muzo mutarse 5 years. Muchazondiudza zvezvaitika kumufana uyu. Akamira nemudhara uyu. Mumutarise zvakanaka mufana uyu. Muone zvichaitika kwaari in 5 years time. Anonzi DJ Ola. DJ Ola ari kuswera naOwen Mudha Ncube nevadhara vezanu. Achachema seari pamariro. Right, I think I'm done. So let me just go to our sponsors. One quick word for our sponsors. If you're in Harare, our blankets have arrived. So in Harare, you can now go. If you buy a packet of Mve, you are going to get 1 blanket for free. So it's 1 per customer. It doesn't matter if you buy 2 or whatever. But if you buy, you're going to get 1 blanket. So we've got currently in Harare 30 blankets. So that's all. Our sponsor is giving us 30 king-size blankets. Akapenga ma blankets anopisa. Ukapa bebhi rako rinokuudza kuti uya upinde kuKenani. But kuHarare unoona wasvika kuJericho. So that is amazing. Next week in Harare, right? So you can either get a jacket. That is this jacket with a hoodie. Okay, nice jacket with a hoodie. Very amazing jacket for free. If you buy a packet, the jackets are coming next week in Harare. In Johannesburg, we already started sending. So today we'll send a few. And if you're in Harare, obviously, you get the blanket. The blanket is very expensive compared to the jacket. So go over there and buy. You can see the numbers from the screen. Our sponsor is amazing. Musatongwe Nema Salad. So you can see the benefits for men on the right, the benefits for women on the on the left, and the benefits for women on the right. And also, one of the things that we're doing is we've got a new operation center at Newtown in Johannesburg. So if you're in South Africa, you can get a sample for yourself. If you go there, if you go to our stand, and there are more things going to be added over there. But inini amundione ikoko saka vanhu Mnangagwa garai ikoko musauye muchindichaga andiko. I'm just advertising. I know kuti munhu waMnangagwa atofunga kuti Gambakwe tomubata papi. Amundibati vakomana. inini ndoita basa raMwari, basa raJesu. Saka Mnangagwa handibatwi nemunhu wekumasvingo. So I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover for today. Let us recap so that we understand what we're saying. We said every evening, it's very important for us to go to bed understanding what's important. A lot of things happen. What's important right now is the change of government from Mnangagwa to Chiwenga and Chamisa. So we need a new government that is going to come up, a new government of national unity, where a party doesn't matter. So to remove Mnangagwa is not easy. It's hard. And therefore, we need a plan. Currently, I have seen and have listened to a number of audios where the name of Chiwenga is being mentioned and where Chiwenga is going to be implicated. And these are going to be coming out into the public very, very soon. Next week is an important week, week 2 of the shutdown. And we need more organization. We need more planning. We cannot stop. Atidi kudududza. So atidi vanhu vanoti kana vaita chino vomira pakati. Kana uchikrosa rwizi haumiri pakati. So pakati pachivaka pana noziva Chivaka River here. Chivaka River is one of the most dangerous rivers in Zimbabwe. So people will be traveling from this side kwa Chivaka vachienda uko. Every year kunofa vanhu hundreds and hundreds because munhu anoisa kamuti achida kuona kuti Chivaka iri kufamba fast here. Achisvika pakati ati yakunyanya kufambisa Chivaka ndakudzoka. Utarasa kumashure unoti hakuchaiti. Notorwa oenda. Normally it happens kune vanhu vakadhakwa. Atidi vanhu vakadhakwa. So make sure that you don't do it. You don't cross Chivaka River. Womira pakati. Very dangerous. So where we are is very dangerous for the guys who have started it. Let's push forward and have a new government. What we need in Zimbabwe is a new government. Mnangagwa, broker. There is no one worse than Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is the worst person. And his government is very bad. It's bad for Zimbabweans. And Mudara Geza has done a good job. Let's support Mudara Wedu. Next week, make sure that you hit the call for a stairway. It's hard, but we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to stay away and walk the course, the full course. And also, it may appear as if Mnangagwa is getting stronger. It's not true. Mnangagwa is very weak. All he needs is a little push and he's going to tip over. Mnangagwa is very, very weak. And you saw what happened today at ZITF. What an embarrassment. What a flop. They even brought buses and buses of drum majorettes, dancers, whatever. And they still couldn't fill the stadium. It's amazing what social media can do. We are very powerful as the people of Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa is weaker than all of us. And we need a new president. The weak thing in Zimbabwe, the weakest link is Mnangagwa and his people, Mnangagwa and his children, Mnangagwa and Auxilia. Those are the people who want to live. Atidivanu ava. Ngavabaye, ngavaroe pasi. Right, let's look at the comments. I love it. Sorry, Sarah is saying, Geza is helping us kubuda pa utapka. We are currently enslaved by our own. Yes. And guys, all you guys who are bosses in Harare, do the right thing. My people don't work during this time. We go remote. Don't go into the city center. Don't give Mnangagwa a chance to do propaganda. Don't allow your people into town. Tell them not to come. Close your shop, close your bank, close your school, close your university. And I would like to thank the UZ guys. Did a great job. Your picket was very, very successful. User man is saying Chivake. Never. Chivake River. No, it's Chivaka River. Let me see. Chivaka, no, you're right. No, man, there's two. There's Chivaka, Mashungo province, and Chivake, Zimbabwe. So I don't know, a body of running water moving to a lower level in channel land. I don't know, am I wrong or you're right, but it seems like there's Chivaka and Chivake. And then there's also Chivake Dam. So that is one of the most dangerous rivers. And when it dries, you think, this river was not there. It just dries like that. And then when it's running, it's dangerous. One of the most important rivers. And ukadzika kuzasuku, kuchikoro kwangu, kutafara high school, nebarwe primary school, ukadzaka kuzasuku, unosvika kunonzi kwamoja kwamudhara wangu muchakuziva here man kuzasi uko ndaenda kunomwa madrinks the first place I drink my drink then ukakwira uchienda kumusoro on the other side uchabata chivaka futi kwasekuru wangu kwasekuru Masuka uchaona futi chivaka iriko ikoko then ukadzika Mbijana unosvika unonzi kwachikuku Chamisa anga ari temporary teacher ukapinda pachivaka pachikuku uchidayo Chamisa anga ari temporary teacher ipapo mubvunzei homeboy wangu Nelson Chamisa he was a temporary teacher ipapo ari kuuse it according to my sources and my sources angu anyebi muti in fact let's look at what Chamisa said. Bitter people can't be better people. I have a blessed day. So that is Nelson Chamisa over here. Amazing stuff. And I hope that we do have these guys in government. As I said, guys, in Nini, you will never see me in government. So, government, as you go, in Nini, you're going to see me, Ndichirana, one of the biggest homecoming operations you've ever seen. I want our people to come home. Many of our people are living under difficult circumstances across the world. So we want our people to come home. I'm very disappointed with some of the people that I saw in ZITF today. I don't expect today I don't want to slam people, but what I can say is in our culture, there's something gota motowe mbava. So zinonzi andizoti my language zakasiyana sikati ukagota moto wembava newe uri mbava. So what is happening with our embassies is they are slowly beginning to believe that there's no change coming to Zimbabwe. So they want to get closer and closer to ZANU. But what I can tell them is that they are going to find themselves in the position where a new government is coming and they've not prepared for it. A new government is coming in Zimbabwe. And the people that know, they know that this new government is going to be totally different from what is there. The current government from Mnangagwa is not sustainable. It's a government of thieves and of short deals. Everything is collapsing around Mnangagwa and it won't last for long. So Mnangagwa is going to be gone. Within the next 3 months, I'm going to sit here and I'll tell you that Mnangagwa is gone. And I've already said Mnangagwa is gone. What is left is the process. Mnangagwa is gone. No one likes Mnangagwa in the whole country. Our whole country of Zimbabwe. If you go and ask someone in private, sit down with them and say, do you want Mnangagwa? No one wants Mnangagwa. People want change and it's coming. So let's make sure that we work together very, very hard for the change to come. And this next week is critical because we need to stay away. And I know Tim Darageza will be coming. We mustn't stop. Did you see Cyberbill, which is live in prison? In Andisungwe na Mnangagwa. Andisungi Mnangagwa. Oh. No pick a Mnangagwa. No filamar. Andisungwe na Mnangagwa. Andisungwe and Urawene Munukumashingo. Andisungwe na Mnangagwa. And the Andichke Mnangagwa. That man is gone. So, kana wachifunga kuti inini chapinda mujere. Unenge uchitamba. Andipinde mujere. Undione mujere. And as I said, we are going to be launching one of the biggest homecoming operations. Everyone that I talk to who is overseas wants to come home. Edim Dara Uyu is not going to be able to stand in the way. Those Chiwenga, Toti Chiwenga, Toda Zimba for every person who's outside the country. We want a modern city. The way that Harare is looking is shameful. And it's shameful because Mnangagwa is stealing money from the Harare City Council. He's also stealing money from the government. He's stolen 12 tons of gold from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. And you saw that Mutapa has just reported today that they stole $2 billion. And they're going to be paying that money back in 3 years. So the stealing is not only now, they're also stealing from the future. So imagine they're going to steal $2 billion and they've already taken the money through Mutapa. It's terrible. Right. White Scorpion, I believe you. You're right. And they must not just act fast. They must now start setting up a structure. We need a proper structure. Otherwise, pachanetsa. Uyaruti ndichasungwa se iwe uri wa Mnangagwa. Inini handisi munhu wa Mnangagwa. Handiti zvinhu zvakasviba zvosemesa, zvakabroka. Yeah, inini guys, I'm clean. Ndogara ndichikudza every day. Handina kana dhera ndorara ndichifunga kuti boss wangu achandifonera achibvunza kuti waita sei. I am the boss of my life. Don't sell out, guys. Don't sell out to Mnangagwa. Don't sell out to anyone. Ita zvinhu zvako. You are going to have a clean future. That's why I'm saying to our embassies, stay away from Mnangagwa. Don't give them your high spirits. You know, don't give your high spirits to Mnangagwa. That's terrible. Because when Zimbabwe is fine and everything is working, you're going to look back and say, but I was part of the people that slowed this thing. So don't slow it down. If you're a journalist, talk about the good things that are happening, the efforts that are coming out from Anam Darageza. Don't come there and say, the stairway flopped. No one came. Where did you come? And I don't want to hear someone say, who together? Who together? Where did together come from? I hear some guy saying, who together? Stop that. I tell you not who is together. Which is to change our country and to make us a success. We need to be successful. And Chiwenga, I trust him, he's going to do very, very well. Although, as I said, I've seen some audios where he's being implicated. I've actually listened to a few of them, and those are coming out within a few days. Remember, Kuti, the reason why Nyokama Bunu was arrested is because he's got an audio of Sean Mnangagwa plotting to kill General Chiwenga. So, kana ndikazifunga ndoiputitsa, but actually mukata ndiputitsa. Nokuti vakazomubudisa ka. Papa ndandati kana akafa, ndoiputitsa. Because zvino zvinomira. Ndombomira. But ndakaisa kwakawanda zvokuti kana imi mukandibata inongobuda. Hapana chakaipa. Inongobuda futi. And inini handisi ola. Handitambi nevanhu vane blood dripping out of their hands. Okay, I think we've covered everything and it's been amazing. We've been doing four videos a day. So over the weekend, we're obviously going to take a break because remember next week, we're back to 4 videos. Except if something big happens, we're monitoring the environment. Guys, let's stay on course. Let's work on this thing. Don't get tired. On Wednesday, we've got a big day with Nyokama Bunu going to court. And as I said, there's really confusion. We want a strong center. We want people who work together, who are coordinated. And don't listen to everything. Don't listen to garbage. Listen only to the people that you know. Don't listen to voices of someone you've never heard. Munu arungo uya from nowhere. You've never seen that person. And you start believing them. That's not important. And obviously, Mnangagwa, very, very strange man. Look what he pulled out from the garbage bin. Webster Chinamora is now in charge of a commission. So this week has been a strange week. Strange things happening. And we're on top of all this. All these are the kind of things that we don't want. We don't want this kind of thing in our country. We want a strong country. And let's not point fingers at each other. The problem is Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa ndiye akauraya and his people. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. And a good night to you all.